Alright lads, we have Mitsurugi Sky here, but this time it's not just using cards from Legendary Modern Decks 2, but it's also got some other cards in it as well. So yeah, I think we just sort of get into it. So one day I'll actually be good at this. Focus. There we go. We're still doing 3 rays. And the 1 rose, nothing changes there. Same with the ratios of all the Mitsurugi cards. Everything is still at 1. Yeah, 1 for those. The reason for this is because I wanted to cut down on bricks. Lots of the Mitsurugis are bricks, and it's quite annoying to be honest, but whatever. We're still doing 3 ash, but we're now doing 1 bell and 1 droll. These will, well, I mean, these are both pretty good anyway, but these will come. You'll understand why a bit later. So we're going 3 engage, of course. Now we're only doing 2 linkage. You could do 1, but I think having 2 is still better. I don't think 3 with the Mitsurugi and the other cards is really the plan. I think 2 is probably best bet. So actually before I do that, 1 Hornet drone obviously, and 1 Widow Anchor. Oh, almost forgot one. I can't actually remember that. Fuck. Lemniscape. I've not played with these cards for quite a while. So yeah, I can't really remember a lot of these cards' names. Now we're on to 3 prayers, obviously. The 1 ritual and the 1 mirror. But now we're on to. Ooh, accidentally picked up another one of the cards. Now we're on to 3 fallen and the virtuous. This is just a really good card for destroying like popping card on the field, and because it's a spell and because it's a quick play, it's I mean it's just free value. So why wouldn't you play it? Then we've got 3. If we can get it to focus, there we go. Then we've got 3 pre-prep, obviously. Nothing changes there. But now we're on to 3 Radiant Typhoons and the 1 MST. Radiant Typhoon, we can draw 2 cards. Well, it's Vision. Radiant Typhoon is technically an archetype, so I should probably call it Vision, but whatever. We can draw 2 cards and then discard a quick play. We have like a billion quick plays in this deck, so that's not really an issue. Or we can obviously get an MST, and I mean that's just a free card in that's just a free card pop, and it's another spell in the graveyard. So activating 1 vision gets you 2 spells in the graveyard. You just need 1 more, and then you get like all the Sky Striker effects as a result of that. So I mean it's free value, just you know. Still going with 3 droplet. Still going with the 1 rotor and the 1 triple tactics talent. We're not doing thrust anymore, but we are doing crossout designator. This is for the droll and the bell, as mentioned earlier, but you can also use it for ash and stuff as well. And then to finish the spells, we've got Called By again. And finally, to finish off the deck, we've got, if it will focus, hello. Finally, we've got the Purification. Then onto the extra deck, we've got two Ace Zero. I only have one still. This card is quite expensive now. Gone are the days of it being like 75p or something. I wasn't playing Sky Strikers at the time. I only started playing them in Master Duel recently. Because well, they came out with the new this. There we go. They came out with this. I was like, well, I might as well play it because it seems like a cool deck, and yeah. So I only have the 1-0, and it's kind of annoying. So just pretend we've got two, alright? Just pretend we've got two. Two Kagari, one Engage Zero, one Amatsu, one Shizuku, one Hayate, one Camellia, one Azalea, and one SP Little Knight. Then we've got the one Typhon, the one Babushka, and the one Exoton Knight, and one Albion. We're not running Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon, partly because it's incredibly expensive and I am poor as all hell. I think that's probably quite quite a good reason. But also it doesn't come in the structure deck, the branded structure deck, whatever it's called, that released last year. And that's basically where I got all of my branded cards, such as the Fallen and Virtuous, and stuff which you'll see you've seen if you've seen my Blue Eyes deck, which to be honest, probably nobody has. um, so yeah, if you've seen that, you see the same idea behind that. You know, the three Fallen and Virtuous. Albion, we use Albion in particular because Albion's effect in Grave, when you send it to Grave with Fallen and Virtuous, is it can set a spell or trap from from the deck. So you'll set another Fallen and Virtuous. And you know, ideally you want to use the Ecclesia then, but like I said, we don't have one. Yeah, you could do double Albion instead though. If you were to do that, I'd recommend either replacing the Exoton Knight or it's quite a hard idea because quite a lot of these have quite good value, but I think either Exoton Knight or Engage Zero. Engage Zero is pretty good, and so is Exoton Knight, and in fact, Exoton Knight is pretty good actually. But I think Engage Zero, um, I'd say it's a little niche to be honest. Like its effect is pretty good, but I'd say it's quite niche when it comes up. Um, I don't really use it every game. In fact, I think out of 5 games, I'll use it maybe twice. Um, and at most, most of that time, I would either play it only once or maybe none. It's a little niche, not gonna lie. Extra Knight though is pretty good. It's just if you wanted something to take out, I guess you might want to do either Azalea or Babushka, but I think you should probably keep Babushka because it's just quite annoying to be honest. And it can help stall out the game if you need. And you don't want to get rid of Typhon or anything like that. So yeah, I'd say if you have Ecclesia or you want another Albion focus, or you want another Albion, then get rid of either of these. To be honest, I might do that. This deck is still up to change. Yeah, it's still up to change because I've not really like figured out all of the ratios and all of the cards that I want to be in this deck. I don't know why I keep doing this, but whatever. Yeah, I've not really figured out all the ratios and stuff that I want to put in the deck, and the cards I want to put in the deck. So it is subject to change. So I might go double Albion and take one of these out. But at the moment, this is what we've got. I've I also don't know where my other Albion is, which is another reason as to why I'm only playing one Albion. Because I don't know where the other one is. So yeah, I'd say that's probably quite a good reason. But yeah, if you wanna play double Albion, or hell, maybe you wanna take a Fallen and the Virtuous out because we're only playing one. That's completely fair. In fact, I might actually do that because it's over 40 cards, and I always prefer it when I'm playing a 40 card deck because it's just most consistent, you know. So, you know, I could do that, but at the moment we're only doing one Albion and three Fallen and Virtuous. If we do make a change or we include other cards, I will make an update to the deck. But I mean, until then, see ya.